when we were so young. I could never see forever. We'd go midnight driving down that lane, pretending the whole world was lame. Why did we need the thrill to be happy? Nothing does I feel the love now, don't we? I'll go on. Eventually, what goes up must come down.
Hello, my YouTube family. Hey, I hope everyone is safe, happy, and healthy as we continue to navigate these crazy times. With the way that things are right now with this pandemic and the toll that it's taken on people, please do not forget to be kind and understanding to your neighbors. All right, here we are, the season finale of Ladies of Lawncare. This has been like so much fun for me. The series was initially meant to be a one-season thing, but I've met so many amazing women in the green industry that I decided to do a season 2. I love meeting these women and introducing them to you all. So season 2 was kind of like a no-brainer. You know what I mean? Once I started really getting into these interviews, it was like, yeah, we got to do this again. And I appreciate you all for sticking with me. And I really appreciate the love and support that you have shown all of my guests that have been on the series. This series will be an off-season venture for me, because once the season starts, I plan on being outside as much as possible. So there won't be very many lives happening. So season 2 will start in November of this year. If there are any women out there watching this and you'd like to come hang out with me, please contact me. Use the email in the description or contact me on Instagram. So, hey, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to meet the guests. All right, it's my pleasure to introduce you guys to GirLzLawn.
Baby, this is do or die. Feel it in my veins tonight. Emotional suicide. You know it's an eye for eye. I didn't wanna walk the plank. But the Mariona, it came like the thunder. I was on my way to going under. Swimming in the pain, yeah, I was covered in a dry
Hey, I bet you guys wanted to hear the rest of that song, didn't you? I did.
Yep.
Hello, hello, Jacqueline and Abigail.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing good.
Yep.
How are you?
Good, 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 good. We have a lot of people that came to see you tonight in the audience. See, Jenny, glad you're here. Yes, it has been a very fun series. And it is my pleasure to do it again next or this year at the end of the year. So, Abigail and Jacqueline, why don't you guys like introduce yourselves to the audience?
I'm Jacqueline.
And I'm Abigail. We own Jar Landscaping LLC here in Illinois. This will be our 5th year in business. Pretty much just doing it full time right now.
Okay. All right. You said this is your 5th year in business?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So you guys have been doing it for a good little while. How did you come up with the name?
So it's our initials, so Jacqueline, Abigail, and then we both have the same middle name, Rose. So we kind of just went with that. We wanted something original to us, that meant something. So we went
Okay.
with Jar.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it makes sense. It
Yeah.
stands out. It makes sense to me. Todd's Real Lawn said, "Women in the lawn kicking grass." Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We are definitely trying to, for sure. Um, okay. You just answered BYD's question. That's how they came up with it, which makes a lot of sense. Perfect. Um, all right. So let's see if we have any more questions for you guys in here in the chat. Right now, nothing. All right. So you say this is a full-time thing for you, correct?
Yep, we
Okay.
just graduated college
Oh,
last
nice.
spring, so then we were just doing it part-time during college, but then we went full-time last season.
Okay. And
Yep.
do you mind me asking what did you major in college?
We majored in horticulture with a concentration in landscape horticulture.
Nice.
Yep.
That's awesome. Sweet. So Dan is saying it's nice to see it's a family-owned business.
hmm
With that in, with that question in mind or that statement in mind, do you have any other employees or it's just you two?
Nope, it's just us right now.
Okay. And do you think you're going to expand and end up getting employees?
Hopefully in the future, just right now we kind of want to enjoy the moment of being small,
Yeah.
and not jump into it too
Mhm.
quick.
Yeah. And that's smart. Very
Yep.
smart. Um, Now, I don't know if you guys want to answer this. PYT wants to know how old you are.
We are 22. We'll be 23 this spring.
Wow,
Mhm.
props to you
Yep.
guys. Nice.
Thank
You
you.
know what? Seriously, like I see your business really taking off and
hmm
you're young right now. And so like it seems like sky's the limit.
Yeah.
hmm
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with James. That's super awesome that, you guys are doing that. And I really like that you majored in horticulture.
hmm
hmm
That's pretty cool. So let's talk a little bit about your actual business. What services do you offer?
So we mainly do landscaping, but as we were offering our services, we realized that a lot of people wanted a full service landscaping company, which
Hmm.
includes lawn care. So that's kind of how we also got into mowing. But we're hoping to just do probably 3 days mowing and 2 days landscaping this
Hmm.
season.
Okay. I think I saw on guys, they do have a YouTube channel as well. And I saw where you did this little project for your mom. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
hmm
Yep.
I'm gonna go back and watch that again because I want to do something like that out in my
Yeah.
yard. So I'm
hmm
gonna watch it
Yeah. That
over
was
again.
our first time doing something like that.
That was cool.
Yep.
Um, Dan wants to know how many properties you have at like you maintain at the moment.
So we have about 50 clients for landscaping and lawn care.
Okay,
That's typically during the spring till the fall.
nice. And how
hmm
long, like, when is your season end or does it end? I know I've seen that you do some cleanups and things. So how long do you continue to do that into the season?
So The season usually picks up in March for cleanups and stuff like that. Then mowing comes around in April.
Mm-hmm.
Then the mowing doesn't end until about like sometimes late November into
Okay.
December with people wanting leaf cleanups. And
Mm-hmm.
then just throughout the winter, January, February, we usually just try to pick up little small cleanups and stuff like that.
Gotcha. That's smart. And do you plan on maybe expanding that into like snow removal? You're in Illinois, right? So
Yeah, so
it
this
snows there,
season,
right?
yeah,
So
this season
maybe
we got a little into like snow shoveling.
okay.
Nothing too big. We just haven't been able to justify going into snow because we were in college.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe next year we might get a little more into it.
Okay. All right. Let's see. James wants to know, what do you like most about your job?
I like being able to see the transformations and then showing the client that they always get a thrill whenever they see the final product. And it's just really enjoying for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the same. It's always like really awesome being able to see clients go out into their yard and be able to enjoy it, and not like stress out about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, so do you face any type of, I guess, negative feedback when they find out you're females when you come to do the job?
So last year was our first time when we had negative feedback from a client. We actually went out and did a consultation, and then they asked us if we would have any like men working for us and doing the work, and then they were concerned that we were going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So they ended up not having us.
Really? Well, that's
Yep,
their
that was the
loss.
only time.
That's absolutely their loss. Trust me.
Yep. Thank you.
The work speaks for itself. We've talked about that so many times. Todd is saying the same thing, stick with it, which sounds like that's what you plan to
hmm
do.
hmm
And you guys are going to do great. I'm going to continue to follow you for sure.
We really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, go ahead and check out their YouTube channel. India has put the link there in the chat for you guys to go and do that. Um, so Eve, let's see, Evie does it. These names get me sometimes. They are actually in Illinois. Now, speaking of that, I went to your website. You have a website for your company. It seems like you're all over Illinois. You're not like in a concentrated area. What is your radius that you
We have
service?
like about 15-mile radius
Oh,
just
okay.
in basically in our county that we work in.
Because I saw like 3 or 4 different cities post.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
we have,
wow.
I think that we have like 4 different cities in our county, a
Okay,
little more than that, but those are the ones that we focus on.
gotcha.
Um, yep.
Okay. Todd has another really good question. This is a question I have as well. What made you two fall in love with lawn care?
So in high school, we got into ag classes. One of those classes was horticulture,
Hmm.
starting out, and then one of the classes was focused on landscape design and turf. And that's really where it started. And then we got more into it, and we really found out that that was our passion.
Okay. So have you
Mhm.
guys always liked the same thing? Because I mean, it seems rare that you both actually fell in love with this.
Yeah, so we were both interested in going into agriculture.
Hmm.
That was kind of what we were thinking uh, to begin with.
Yeah.
But then she started looking into doing landscaping. We initially had thought to do it for a company. That's kind of what we were just thinking, like landscape architecture or
Yeah.
something. But then we realized that you could do your own company, maybe try to get into lawn care and everything like that.
Very cool. Now,
Mhm.
did you have anyone helping you, like for the business aspect of it? Did you do all of that yourself or some
Yeah,
assistance?
it was just us.
Nice. So I
Hmm
mean, that's great because you're all around. You know
hmm Yeah.
everything about it. That's
Mhm.
awesome. Um, let's see with Dan. Doing landscaping is a one-time project based for clients. Oh, okay. So he's saying like, yeah, I mean, landscaping, you go out, you do your thing, I mean, for that one project, and then I guess if they have other projects, you do a good job, they're gonna call you back. But yeah, it's not like mowing where it's something you do once or twice a week.
Yeah.
So how many mowing clients do you have?
We have about a little over 30 right now. They're mainly just lots and acres, some vacant properties.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
That's a good question here. Do you guys agree on all of the jobs, or is it like a debate when you have to choose jobs?
Sometimes it is a debate. We have to hear both sides and then um, figure out if it's something we want to do.
Okay. Okay. Grace, I think for your question, like they said, they both want to do this. They both have a passion for it.
Mhm.
So that's awesome. That makes it that much better.
Mhm.
Sometimes it can be hard working with family, though. Do you find that the case?
I think at the beginning it was kind of a struggle, but then once we both, now we have two trucks, so we're able to get out um, and do different jobs at the same time. So I think that
Yeah.
kind of helps.
Okay, good. I mean, since meeting you guys, it seems that you get
Mhm.
along very
Mhm.
well.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Yep.
the perfect coworker to have.
Yep.
I could not work with my sister. It would not work out at all. So, all right. So Jenny says, do you feel your degree has helped? So many people have told me this is an area where you just have to go out and do it and not to bother with book learning.
So for us, whenever we were in college, we got a lot of hands-on experience, being able to do some landscaping around the university, and then they also had some greenhouses that we were able to work in.
Okay.
So we did get a lot of field experience, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that really helped us learn a lot about what we do and incorporate it into our business.
Okay. So India wants to know, do you all plan on expanding into fertilization or focus more on landscaping and stick to mowing?
So we are considering doing fertilization in the future. Whenever we were in college, we took a fertilizer class where we were able to get one of our licenses,
Mm-hmm.
but we never did get our applicator's license to be able to do it for our company.
Got
So
it.
we might do that in the future. It's just kind of something that we have to do in our free time. What because we're too busy right now.
Yeah, that's an off-season thing, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. So Vito wants to know, what do you do in the off season? Snow service. I think we talked about that. You did some shoveling this year,
Yeah,
didn't you?
yeah, we started doing that. Nothing too big, but just like cleanups and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. And there are my twins there saying hi. Hello, love these stories. What's up? uh, Here we have Eva. She's a LOL member. She was on the DIYer show. She's saying you guys are awesome. I agree.
Thank you.
All right, so let's go ahead. I want to show some of your work because I think it's awesome.
Mhm.
On your intro slide, that background picture was a yard that you had done, and I think we'll see it again here in the slides. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about that in chat. I probably won't put any comments or anything up as we go through this, but we'll see. All right. All right, here we go. First thing that comes up is the equipment, the truck and the equipment. So tell us a little bit about the picture and the equipment that you use.
So the top picture is our F-150. We use this mainly for landscaping maintenance, and then some small mowing wherever we can't get a trailer. So just our
Yeah,
push mowing jobs.
yeah.
Um, and that trailer behind it is our 5x8. We use that for leaf cleanups and debris we built on the sidewalls, so it has helped us a lot. And then we also have our F-250 on the bottom. It is a dump truck as well, so we use that for a lot of our mulch installs, rock installs, anything like that. And then we
Hmm.
also have we have 3 mowers right now. One's not included, but we do have our Hustler Super S stand-on mower, and then our Hustler Trim Star walk behind mower, and then we have a small residential Cub Cadet 0 turn.
Wow, you guys have a whole arsenal. That's nice. And is it's sufficient for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Mhm.
Very good, very good, very good. Just a quick question here that Grace is asking. I don't want to miss it, but she's asking about siblings. Do you have other siblings that might want to join the business?
It's just us.
Okay, all right. All right, so let's see here. Let's go on to our next picture. So what is this sucker right here?
That is our trim start. It is a 36-inch. And then the back, we do have a pro side attachment. That is what makes the stripes, basically.
Stripes. You gotta have the stripes.
Yep.
That's nice. And I'm guessing the yard in the background, that's one that you just completed.
Yeah, so that was a client that we picked up just as a one-time job. They were on vacation, and then
Oh, okay.
they liked the job we did, so then they had us keep coming back.
Gotcha. All right. All right, let's look at this next picture here. This looks good. Is this the same place or a
It
different one?
is a different place.
Okay.
So that is a subdivision. We do some lots in that,
Mm-hmm.
and then we keep up with like the roadways of the subdivision.
Okay.
Yep.
That looks great. Now, this is the picture that was in the intro. So tell us a little bit about this one.
So this is at one of the lakes that we service and have a lot of properties at.
Mm-hmm.
We were initially mowing the client next to them, the
Okay.
neighboring property, but then something happened to this neighbor just for a week and they couldn't mow it, so then they asked us to do this.
Okay. All right, let's take a little bit. I think we can get these comments up here. Hey, Mike, welcome. Thank you for coming by. James is asking, do you have hobbies outside of the job?
So we enjoy doing anything outdoors, including fishing, hunting, anything like that, really.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fishing and hunting.
Mhm.
Can't get with the fishing. I wish I could. I wanted so badly. I went fishing with my grandfather one time and I got, what are those chicka things called? I don't know. And I was just like, no, sorry, Pop, can't do that anymore. So just along the line of your equipment, India's asking, is Hustler your favorite brand, or do you plan on
Um,
changing it up?
Yeah, so we started with Hustler. It was one of our closest dealers. We actually wanted to start with a Toro, but that dealer persuaded us into a Hustler. And then once we got into them, we really do love them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have a celebrity in the house here, Mr. Blades of Grass. Hey, Johnny. He wanted to stop in and say what's up and let you know that he's a big fan of your work.
Thank you so much.
Have you met Johnny? You know Johnny?
Yep.
Yep. Nice. Thank you, Johnny, for stopping in. Here's another celebrity, Mr. Vito. Mr. Vito will always be a celebrity to me. Todd wants to know what type of grass is in your area. Do you know like the typical type of grass
So
there?
basically we just have like fescue mixes, perennial ryegrass, some Kentucky blue. We are kind of in the transition zone.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go down a couple hours, you'll see like zoysia. But yeah, mainly we're just working with any mixes.
Okay. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next picture here. Yeah, tell us what's going on here. Is that a Hustler as well we're seeing with the steering
That
wheel?
is our Cub Cadet.
Cup. Okay.
Yep.
All right, and that's just another property that you maintain or cut.
Yep. It is one of our larger properties.
How often do you have to cut it?
That one is on a bi-weekly schedule.
Hmm. Wow. Okay. Let's see. All right. I love before and afters. So
Mhm.
let's talk about this one. Is this the lot from the video?
Yep, that's
Yeah.
the video.
That was awesome.
Yep. Yep.
That's just like, no, these are the types of transformations like you pull up to the job, right? And you're like, oh, but by the time
Yeah.
you leave, you're like looking at it and you want to take pictures of it and everything.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
we started it and then we were good, but then in the middle of it we were kind of worried. But we did end up getting it down to 4 inches.
And it look in this picture it looks shorter than that, but that
Yeah.
looks really good.
Yeah.
How big was it? Because I know watching the video, it was daytime when you started and it was nighttime when you finished, so I knew it took all day. So
Yeah.
how
It
big
was
was that?
like 3 to 4 feet, depending on the spot, and it did go past the house there in the back. So it
Oh,
was
wow.
a pretty big
Mm-hmm.
area.
Okay. All right. Dan, yeah, fishing is, it is, I know fishing is a great
Hmm.
stress reliever for a lot of people, but yeah, maybe I'll try it again for the girls' sake. I'll give it a shot because I think they want to do it. All right, next picture here. Another before and after, which looks fantastic. So tell us a little bit about this one.
So this is a property that we got from a real estate agent. They asked us to just spruce it up for whenever they get it onto the market.
Hmm.
We just did this little design ourselves. We added some chrysanthemums, some ornamental grass, and then we also have some herbstroid and some little pansies and an echinacea.
Now, when you're doing the landscaping and the plants and everything, do you try to stick with native plants to Illinois, like, or you just whatever the customer asks for, basically?
Yeah, we do have like we asked them like if there's any types of colors or anything like that that they prefer,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
and then we go from that. But um, just basically whatever they're looking for.
Okay. All right, I'm going to throw another question in here, and I know it's we're kind of going back and forth on subjects and
Hmm.
stuff, but some of these questions I just don't want to miss them. So Grace is asking, do you prefer one mower to the other, one type, I suppose?
I think I don't really have a favorite, I guess, but they all have their like best purpose, I guess, for
Yeah,
certain different places.
Mm-hmm.
gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Um, let's see what Todd has to say here. I'm sorry reading it down there. The fact that they have not stopped smiling while talking about lawn care since all yet. I agree. I
Yep, we
agree.
love it.
I mean, it comes through, which is great. That's awesome. We all love it. All right, let's go to our next picture here and see what we got going on. All right, those edges. Yep. You can't help but notice that. So what do you use to do your edges?
So we used an Echo PE 2620 for this one. It was our
Okay.
first time actually using the unit, and it really turned out really well, and it was really easy to do.
Yeah. So is that for this particular property? Is that basically all you did for this? Is just like do you maintain it and cut the grass as well?
No, we don't. We just did the edge on this one.
Okay. Yep, they do some good work. Dan, it's great. All right. Vito wants to know, how do you get most of your customers? Is it referral or advertising or both?
So last season we actually didn't advertise at all. We just did referrals, and then we do have a Google My Business page. So that's where we got a lot of our traffic and interest and potential customers.
Okay. Yeah, it's great when you can get your business based on referrals because they see your
Hmm.
work, they see what you're doing. So, um, so then India wants to know, do you alternate on who does what, or do you both do everything? Go ahead.
So there are certain jobs where we like stick to a routine of her doing certain things and then me doing some things, but sometimes we do switch it up. But we've realized that once one of us gets to know the property, it just makes it a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Grace is asking a question, something I just learned about last live, curved shaft or straight shaft. And you were in that chat, and I don't remember what your answer was.
Yeah, so we really do like the straight shaft edger more, but we did notice that it is a bit tall for us, so it can be kind of awkward to hold.
Yeah.
Hmm. And that's what I find too with so I'm probably gonna say this wrong because I think I gave my dad my 15-inch uh ego
Hmm.
string trimmer because it wasn't adjustable. It was just too long.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
now I use 13-inch Toro, and it's much better.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
works a lot better. All right, so let's take a look at the next picture we have here. Another before and after, and this is similar to what you did for your mom,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's talk about
So
this one.
that one, it is overgrown. It has some irises and stuff like that in it, and you can't really tell, but the wall was starting to like fall. So we were asked
Mhm.
to rebuild it and then put some river rock on top.
Okay. So the after that's all new brick, or did you reuse the brick that was
It's
there?
the same brick. We just restacked it and
Restacked it.
put
Okay.
some glue on it. Yep.
Nice. Well, that's good work. Like I said, I'm gonna go back through your video because I think you kind of
Mhm.
walked us through the one that you
Yeah.
did for your mom.
Yeah.
You told us about the materials and everything that you needed, and I
Mhm.
need that type of guidance when I do mine.
Mhm.
So, all right, another before and after. Let's talk about this one.
So this was another property at the lake that we service. This is just their
She
vacation
can't
house,
really.
and they realized that it was really getting out of hand. So they asked us to get rid of all the weeds and then add new mulch. So this is just one of the little beds that they had on their property.
Okay. Hold on a second. All right. Sorry. All right. So I think this. So do you all? So this looks like wood mulch that you used here.
Mhm.
Do you use any other type like rubber mulch? I have rubber mulch here at my house. I prefer that, but
We've never used rubber mulch,
never.
just basic. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have that period where I think what is it, the first of spring where everybody's remulching?
Yeah.
Do you get
Mhm.
tired of the mulch jobs?
We actually, that's one of our favorite services is
Oh
mulching.
yeah. Oh,
Hmm.
very cool. Very cool. And what's more popular, the black or the brown mulch?
Mainly the brown mulch. We
Yeah.
have had some red mulch,
Hmm.
but we really don't like working with it just because it stains everything.
Hmm. Oh, the red stains?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wow, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Okay, so let's see here. Dan is asking, do you use any settlement concrete for the bricks?
So we use a paver base at the bottom, but that previous picture we didn't have to take out the bottom layer, so we were good on it.
Okay. All right, and I think that's it for our pictures. So we're gonna go back and let's chat with the people a little bit. Um, Everyone, they are on Instagram. Check them out. They're Jar Landscaping LLC there. They also have a YouTube channel, so check them out there as well. Um, Looks like Todd agrees with you that the mulching jobs are the best. And
Hmm.
I mean, I imagine that they are, but I remember when we first moved in here and I wasn't doing my own lawn and I hired someone to do that stuff and just chatting with them and they were like,
Hmm.
at some point you just get tired of the mulching requests. And I was like, well, I can see that, but mulch is not really heavy, so but I guess,
Yeah.
it's a little bit
Hmm.
different for everybody. Um, so if you were talking to our audience here, what types of tips would you have for them as far as taking care of like landscaping, anything specific to landscaping that you would give anybody tips on? Like things that you may see happen a lot that people do that they shouldn't.
I guess we see a lot of people go into it and like I think someone mentioned about the college thing.
Hmm.
A lot of people just go into it thinking everyone knows how to do it, like it's simple, but
Hmm.
when we did go to college, we realized there's a lot more that goes into it than you realize. So you can't just like throw plants out not knowing what they are or um, like what best suits that area. You have to actually know
Yeah.
like more into it.
Well, I was a victim to believing that landscaping was easy because you
Mhm.
see it and it's like, oh, that's pretty simple to do. But then you get
Mhm.
into the project and it's like, why did I start this and what am I doing? And I need to hire somebody.
Yeah.
I was actually able to landscape our front with some stone and it looks pretty good, but I need to go back and fix it because I didn't
Mhm.
like set it
Oh, yeah.
properly.
Yeah.
And that's
Mhm.
that's the thing. It looks easy, but it's totally not. I
Mhm.
100% respect the work that you all put into doing that. Um, let's see. Let's see. India is asking about GIE 2020. 2022. I guess are you going is the question.
Yeah, yeah, we plan on going.
Okay. Um, so what's up? Digging with Drummy. Now this guy, do you know this guy? You've seen his
Yep,
videos?
yep.
Oh, that last project he did was
Yeah, he
awesome.
does amazing work.
So he's saying why the color purple.
So initially, whenever we were thinking of the color to use. We wanted to use our favorite colors, but her color, her favorite color is blue. My favorite color is red. So we just
Mix it.
mixed it and then got purple.
That is fair. That
Mhm.
is really fair. So I am not a colorful type person. I wore this shirt today to represent raising women. And
Mhm.
I purchased the shirt and I was a little bit, it's not a great story, but it's, if they're watching, I want them to know that I want the camo version of raising women, please. I bought the raising men because it's camo, but I also
Yeah.
support that, what they're doing as well. But this was the darkest I could get for the women. So okay, so let's see what Evie does it. Your favorite plant or perennial to incorporate into designs.
So I really don't have a favorite. Just it just depends on the environment or wherever we're planting it. Um, we really like using daylilies just because it has green throughout the year and then has the spring blooms.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Okay, very cool. So I'm curious, how long does it take a long time to do your designs, your landscaping designs for your customers?
Yeah, each one takes us about, like, depending on how big it is, it takes us a few hours each.
Okay.
And then on top of that, going out, doing the consultation, figuring out
Hmm.
the measurements, looking at like the base situation, I guess, and
Okay.
then
And
going
I
back
imagine
and
you use some type of design software to do that.
yeah, so we use a what's it called? We have a 3D software that we've been using.
Hmm.
Otherwise, we'll use 2D design, but we just draw that out with pencils.
Okay. So you've given some good advice here tonight. Jenny says she's gonna quote you guys the next time someone tells her not to bother with a degree.
Yep.
Education is power. So
Yeah, we had a lot of people tell us that we didn't need to go, but once we did go, we realized we're like super happy that we did go.
yeah,
We
I
learned
mean,
so
if I
much.
could turn back time a little bit, I wouldn't have gone to school for computers. I would have gone to school for this. So
Mhm.
sounds good to me. Let's see, Todd. Yeah, a landscaper could also be called an exterior decorator. Yes, absolutely. What I find interesting, I did have a few landscapers come here and try to get quotes from them and everything, and it was
Mhm.
like pulling teeth. I think the expectation, right? And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but when you call
Mhm.
in a landscaper, you want them to give you ideas. I mean, you
Mhm.
get the perspective of the client and what they want, but then you
Yeah.
do give them some
Mhm.
guidance,
Yeah.
right? I
Yep.
never
Yeah.
got that from anybody that came here. So you guys need to come do a design for my for my house. Um, India wants to know your goals. What are your goals? And I know you
So
can say your goals for
uh-huh.
2022 or your final goals.
Right now, we're just working on building our fleet, basically getting all the equipment we need.
Mm-hmm.
We do want to get employees in the future, but we want to make sure that we have everything, and then that we've gone through all of our mistakes, got all of that situated. Because if something does happen like with an employee, we want to know how to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically, right now, we're just working with ourselves, um, and seeing how that goes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, it sounds like you already have like a whole bunch of equipment.
Mhm.
What else are you trying to add to? You may have already answered this, and I apologize. But what are you trying to add to your current equipment tally?
So right now too, with one thing with having an employee, we wouldn't really want them coming to like where we live. We would want to have a separate property set aside for that,
Gotcha.
Mhm.
just to like separate personal from business.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we can't really do that, so we're just waiting, trying to save up and see where it goes.
Okay. Cool. Um, yeah, and Vito was saying that a
Hmm.
degree always opens up, yeah, a lot of doors.
Hmm.
But I can't imagine that your clients are asking you, "Do you have a degree to do this?" You
Um,
know,
yeah.
they're
Um,
they're calling your business. So I
A
guess,
lot of our clients though have chosen us over other companies
oh, good.
just because they know that we took the time to go and get an education on it.
Hmm.
And then we do know like uh, we are do have that knowledge in it.
Very good. Let's see. Mistakes are never ending. It's all a learning experience. Just don't give up and keep moving. Keep mowing. Just keep mowing. Never stop mowing. Enjoy the mow. Yeah, that's like you really have to love what you do, and it seems like you
Mhm.
guys really do. So I
Mhm.
I am like excited to just kind of see where you go. Like I said, I'll continue following for sure because it's a great story. It's inspiring. A degree is just a badge. The knowledge you learn while gaining that badge is undeniable. Taking
Mhm.
classes and learning more is never a bad thing. Yep. I don't know if you guys saw in the lounge. I found the Penn State out there in Penn State. They have some continuing education classes
Oh yeah.
and stuff.
Mhm.
And I haven't signed up for one yet because I'm still trying to get through my turf management book.
Oh
But
yeah.
the more
Yeah.
Yep.
you know
It
how it
never
goes.
hurts.
So Dan has a question about planting flowers. He's heard it different ways. When taking flowers out of a plastic to put them, wait, do you slice the roots before planting in the ground? Okay, so when you're taking them out of pot to plant
Yeah.
them outside, do you slice the roots?
So yeah, we do that whenever, so then they don't stay root bound, because when they are growing in that pot, the roots kind of circle around. And if you don't do that, then whenever you plant it, the roots are just going to like continue like girdling the plant instead of spreading out and
Okay,
growing elsewhere.
so that's a good tip for us
Yeah.
that do
Yep.
that. I didn't really cut them.
Hmm.
I have a little vegetable garden, and when I take them out of the pot, I just pulled it a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
I just I guess they came out okay. Um, can you talk a little bit about your YouTube channel? Like, what if you have any plans for that or anything?
So we are planning on getting more into YouTube this upcoming season. Last year was just really difficult with trying to finish up college before graduation, and
Hmm.
then we just never really got into the routine of making videos, but we
Yeah,
definitely plan on doing it this upcoming season.
cool, very cool. Um, let's see. And so your season will start. I think you said around April you'll pick back up.
Hmm.
Have you kind
Yep.
of what have you been doing? Like, what do you have planned for like the rest of this month and March?
So we have been getting a lot of like proposals and setting up estimates, consultations,
Hmm.
for the spring upcoming, those jobs.
Okay.
So basically, we've just been doing that and then helping out any of our clients right now with cleanups. A lot of them sometimes need like sticks picked up, storm debris
Okay.
damage
Hmm.
stuff, anything like that.
Nice. So I guess how you charge your clients is based on the size of the property, or it just varies, depending on the
Yeah,
service.
yeah, it varies. We do have like a calculator set up in our Excel sheet.
Hmm.
We created that so then we can just type it in, and then figure out our price from there.
Gotcha. Cool. That's very cool. So again, guys, like, make sure you check them out on Instagram. They post pretty regularly, post some good stuff there. Um, let's see if we have anything else in the chat. I don't think so. I don't see anything. Yeah, I mean, if you guys have anything else you want to share with the audience, anything you want is anything that I
Um,
didn't ask you that you maybe want, them to know.
I don't know anything about us, but I would just say if you are like in the business or thinking about getting more into the business, go for it. And don't like let other people's thoughts or like what they say about you affect where you go, because we started when we were 18 and just kept going from there, and we don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Great. All right. All right, chat. It doesn't look like you guys have anything else for Jacqueline and Abigail. So I'm not gonna hold you guys up. Um, we have India has one more question for you. She's got a business out there in North Carolina. What have you learned the most in the business?
The I guess what we've learned most in the business is just to take it slow right now. At the beginning, we just started by pulling weeds. We didn't really have any equipment or anything. Then we just kept growing, and we eventually bought a push mower, just kept doing that, and then eventually we were able to get more equipment. So I just say take it slow. It never hurts to go like at your own pace. You don't have to have the best equipment when starting. And yeah, I just take it slow, do it gradually. I think that's the best thing you can do.
And that's great advice, because a lot of people just want to jump right into it, or they think they need more than they do to get started. So just being patient and understanding, I think it's really important. Customer service is so important. And a lot of times with our smaller businesses, we can give the customers a more customized, service. And so I think that's important, especially these days with everything that's happening. And we're unable to be as social as we used to be. So that little special touch will take you a long way. So that's good advice. I think so. India's saying, rock on, ladies. Hope 2020 is fun, successful, and profitable. Yep, that's what we all hope for.
Yep.
So I think that's gonna be it. This finale was great, and I will say that we have something more coming up for you in March, and I hope you guys stick around. I appreciate the audience. I appreciate the support that you've given all of the women that have been guests on my show. It's invaluable, truly invaluable. So I'm gonna leave you guys. We're gonna Abigail and Jacqueline are gonna hang out with me for a minute. I'm gonna leave you guys with some information on the socials. That again, Jar Landscaping, Instagram, and any women that have not joined the Sisterhood of the Lawn on Facebook, please do that. I know a lot of people don't use Facebook anymore. I really don't use it. I use it for that group because I think it's very valuable for all of us to just kind of share our knowledge and things in that group. So appreciate that. All right. Thank you, CR. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the audience. We're going to head on out of here. I'll leave you here, and we will catch you later on the next live. See you guys.
Baby, this is do or die. Feel it in my veins tonight. Emotional suicide. You know it's a knife for eye.